Hey, what's going on? How's everyone in the chat doing? Whoa, we got a Neos. Guys, I don't think it's going to be Dark Magician 0 Master Duel. I think it's going to be Heroes and Sky Striker. Can we get an F? Last stream we went 13 and 11. That's pretty good, and we probably won't go... I mean, that's not actually that good, but it's positive. Okay, we're back. Whew. We could play Fiendsmith DM, but whew, without Lacrima, it's a little awkward. So I'm gonna hold off on it because, yeah, I'm gonna save my gems. But I'm kind of keen. Sorry, I need to take a break again. Okay. Whew, sorry, gang. Okay, we're back. So, the reaction to Jesse Kotton's deck, that's happening on this stream, the one you're watching right now. That is literally one of the things we're going to do today on stream. So yeah, get excited for that. Let's pull that up now. We are definitely going to be, you know, talking about that bit. But yeah, sorry about the ad. I don't have ad block. Well, I do have ad block, it just doesn't work. Let's play some games first, though. Check the shop to see if DM bundle is there. Yo, true. When DM bundle? Actually, I want to test. I want to test a build for what I'm going to take to YCS, so I'm just going to change some of these cards. Hold on. I don't think I want to play Nadir anymore after playing locals today. By the way, I need to talk about locals today. Check shop to see if DM bundle. You're serious? Oh, okay, we'll check. We'll check. But guys, I played locals today, and to say the least, versing Raziel and Malice, I don't know what to do unless you see side cards, and even then, sometimes it's not enough. It's really, really rough. It's really, really rough, to say the least. Okay. I'm going to be testing all my new ratios. There will obviously be Max C. Oh, I already have the Dark Magician bundle if it is there. The Blue Eyes one's there, but I already have the DM one, I'm pretty sure. Unless you can, I don't think you can buy it again. You got Gold Sock to Master Rank? Blap, what? Give me your list, bro. That's insane. Yeah, I have the Altar DM, so I'd already have it. But yeah, it's cool that other people can get it now. That's great. I don't know. Should I get the... Is it the Sky Striker one? Should I get it? I don't know. Do we have one of all the DM cards? That's what I want. Yeah, we do. Schism needs to go. So we have Droplet, Nibiru, the Bestials. I'm going to put the other Bastille as well. Nadir needs to go. Imperm's in there. We could play some Fiendsmith DM, sorry, maybe next time. I haven't opened any packs yet. I'm saving it. Oh, yeah, that's right, Sky. You play Blue Eyes. Well, you'd be 8-ing right now, right? Sorry, guys. I'm having some difficulty talking. Yeah, slap it in the Discord. I'd be... Did I unmute? I did. Slap it in the Discord, man. I'm keen to see it. What have I done? Sort by rarity. There we go. Okay, we fixed it. The game's over near me has the structure deck. Nice. Go get it. I have my 2 coming in the mail, so very keen. Very keen for it. I'm just going to open up Discord. So I need to fill this space with either really good hand traps or going second cards. So I think what we're going to do, I think I'm going to play a blind going second build. I think I'm going to main Super Poly. I'm still keeping the 1 Eternal Soul though, because I'm a weirdo like that. Pardon me. A lot of extra deck space freed up as well, so I guess I have room to play the Blue Eyes stuff. Like, we don't have to. Oh, well, we can't play it right now, but yeah, we'll have room for the Blue Eyes stuff later. I want to play the Dark Magicians. It's not the best card, but sometimes we just sit under Village. Our Village is now banned, shit. In TCG, we have Village, though, so it's a bit different. That was going to be my last card, so now we've just got to work out, like, a hand trap last card. I could just play another Bastille. It's probably the best thing to do here. I was going to cut Ash completely, but we're playing in a format where Ash is really good because of Max C existing in the Molchummies, so... Wait, do we have Cold Buy? Oh, we don't have Cold Buy. It's easy. Easy dubs. Cold Buy 2, even. Well, we'll just play the 1, because we're, like, TCG testing, in theory. Yeah, I know this is really jank, because it's Master Duel, not TCG, but I'm just trying to test theories, because today at Locals, I went first the majority of my games, and lost, and then when I went second in the last round, I won, and I was like, I need to do second more, I think, if we're playing, like, Ref Turbo, you know, Dragoon Turbo. So let's just put that to the test a little bit, and yeah, play some going second Dragoon. Give it a roll. Oh, you posted the deck list. Thank you, King. Thank you. You are a legend. We love the Blap list. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yoink. Your list, my list. Thanks, King. We'll be making this directly after. I'm so hype. Gold Sock, like I'm so... Whoa, you play 2 of the DM. How come? How come 2 of the DM? Oh, because it's part of the combo, isn't it, with secrets where you, yeah, okay. Right? Is that why you play the 2? Because I always was like a 1 DM enjoyer. We open both Maxi and we're getting T-set. We are in gold. But hey, wrong language. Sorry for misinformation. Pearly is $8 in TCG? Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, that's not true. That cannot be it. You top local with pure malice tonight, 4-0. Nice, Chris. The deck is nuts, right? Unless you get hit with Lancia, you just are going, like, I've Nibiru'd them, hit them with the Ash after that, and I think they were under Village, and they just didn't care. I mean, Village sucks against that deck, but still. It's more that, like, you know, Village helps them not out Dragoon and stuff. I'm just having a really hard time against the two meta contenders right now, which, you know, is fair. That's why they're the meta contenders, but... yeah, I just can't find ways to beat them, so I'm really just trying everything I can think of. If you guys have suggestions, feel free to let me know. The matchups feel pretty bad. Like, I've had Village Dragoon against both decks, and they just don't care. Like, it's crazy, because, like, Village Dragoon is banned on Master Duel. I go and play it in the TCG. My opponents just don't give a shit. It's insane. They just have outs. I'm just, like, baffled. Threatening Roar. Man hit us with the Max C Threatening Roar. Alright, well, let's pop this. I could have negated it. I didn't negate it. Lunar Light. I mean, it's not like I have lethal. I mean, this is a much better negate. We don't get the 1000. But the Lunar Light spells are insane. I'm gonna negate this. Oh, I wasn't meant to discard that. Whoops. Whoops. Oh well. It's fine. It was the second Dark Magician, though, for the ref to be live next turn. So, I probably should have discarded one of the multiple Max Cs, but, like, it's fine. If we draw into Soul Servant, like, it's actually fine. Oh, we can't declare an attack. So, that's fine. We'll just pass. Play an anime tech. 3 Lullaby of Obedience. Don't see it coming. Slap Lullaby. Cold Dormouse. Wait, that's actually pretty funny. Lullaby is an interesting card. Hey, I like it to call Ash, so I can ref. But, yeah. Oh, is Neo. Oh, hey, Neo. A lot of people have been asking me, trust. It's definitely coming. We're gonna do it on this stream, and then I can edit it and clip it. Yeah, for the upload. But you're gonna see it if you're staying around. We're gonna do it pretty soon. I just wanted to play some games because I played games at locals today and I just didn't get my fix because I just got shafted. It was not a great feeling. But yeah, let's play some Dragoon Turbo in gold because we will win. All right, awesome. You're sticking around. I love to hear it. Okay, so we're in a bit of a dilemma here because I got rid of my other Dark Magician. So I've just lost lethal. I lost my own lethal here, which feels really bad. All because I discarded Dark Magician. My matchups today were Raziel, the Reptile Raziel, the Ritual Reptile. I forget what that deck's called. It's like Makazushi or some shit. That mixed with Raziel round 1. And then I versed Fiendsmith Raziel round 2. So it was just like both flavors of Raziel. I keep saying it different. I don't know what's the right way. But, yeah, it's just funny like that. I versed both kinds and was like, Mitsurugi, thank you. Mitsurugi Raziel, and then I versed Fiendsmith Raziel, and then I versed Labyrinth. I only won against Labyrinth today. Dragoon is just a powerhouse against Labyrinth. For anyone who's, you know, played that matchup, they'll know. But yeah. Wait, maybe we still have lethal. We just have to summon Dark Magician. I lied, guys. We do still have lethal. Yeah, lab deck in this format. He's a cool guy. I think he just really likes lab, and he has, like, nice rarity lab. I do like the player a lot. I don't like lab, but I like the player, so big respect to him. His name is Ethan. He's very cool. This is just game, because we still have the negate. Oh, I didn't do the animation, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll negate that. Say no. Lab's bad into Raziel. Well, I mean, it makes sense. We were both X2 versus each other in round 3. I'm pretty sure. We were, like, I was X2. He was probably either 1-1 or something like that, right? So. Alright, nice. We are able to pick up a fat win. We do love to see it. But, like, I mean, our deck's bad in every format, so... It's funny, because DM doesn't really have a format where it's good, but I think Sky Striker, when that was meta, felt really good for us, because you could just main deck Village, and you could just win for free some game ones if you saw it. Good times. Good times. But yeah. Besides that, I'm trying to think of, like, a format where we've been good. Actually, Sword Soul. Sword Soul format... Ref was so good. Ref Imperm just outed their whole board. Before they got the new synchro, at least. When they ended on Fleur and the other Sword Soul synchro, you just went Imperm on the Fleur and Ref, and then you'd pop 2 swing for game. They can't flip Blackout because it targets, and they can't negate you because the Sword Soul synchro targets. It was the funniest shit. You'd just go burn, swing for game, and they'd just be like, bro. So Sword Soul meta and Striker formats are... we like those. We like those. What do I think of Broomy? Is it bad? What's Broomy? What is Broomy, Anduan? I've seen the new Dragon Magic deck. We can talk about that too. That should be another video. Let me find those cards as well. We'll just have some talking breaks when we need breaks from ranked. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Tail. Oh, that's what they're calling it. That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, I've got it on my second screen ready to go. Broomy's the level 2 light tuner extender for Chaos Attributes deck. Is that in the new pack? Oh. Let me look up Broomy real quick. Oh, it is. Yep, it is what I kind of thought in my head when I hear Broomy. So the spellcaster tuner can't be used as synchro material except for the synchro of a level 8 monster. Level 8 or lower monster. What synchros can we make? 8 or lower. I don't know. You can reveal this and one monster in hand. Special one of the two. If you do, banish the other. For the rest of this turn, you can't special from the extra except synchro. You can only declare an attack with synchros. What? This is weird. If we had interaction with banish, it could be good, but we don't. We don't have anything that cares about being banished, do we? Yeah, White Forest can probably go to town with this. I don't know. If DM in Archetype had a way to interact with banish, this might be better, but... You reveal this in another monster, special one. Banish the other. This doesn't seem good. Unless you get value off the banish, because otherwise you're just going -1 for no reason, right? You could have just played, like, Emergency Teleport Ghost Ogre. I don't know. I don't know, man. He seems kind of bad. But I'm, like, in our deck, sorry. In Dark Magician context, bad. In other decks, probably good. Like, shouldn't Malice be able to... Like, they don't care about Synchro Summoning, but... In theory, this seems good for Malice. Not that they're probably going to care, but... Doesn't seem usable for us, yeah. As Diogenes said. Cool card, though. Like, great card design, cool art. Spellcaster tuner. It gets my thumb of approval, just not for our deck. Detected in Centurion. I mean, that makes sense. I can see that. What is this flag? Have I been reported? Oh, it's my missions. You can claim them from here now. That's nice. How long's that been there? Damn, wait. Oh, you can even see this stuff from here. What am I up to? I have to tribute summon a monster. Yeah, that's just not happening. Dragon Tail cards have some synergy with DM. All I feel like, I'm going to read them and get sad that DM didn't get card effects like that, and then the deck's still going to be really bad, and we're going to be like, yep. Why can't we be slightly better, but also bad? Yo, Grizzbear's here, what's up? Alright, we'll play one more game, and then we'll get into the roast, just to give me some time to, you know, burn people for game and feel good. Not the best hand, but we can do something with it, so that's cool. Man, this card is cancer. At least I don't have to activate a monster effect at all. I'm just gonna go for evenly matched. Imperm evenly matched, like, Castor Unicorn isn't doing shit to me. Tier? Disgusting. They gave reinforcement and animation. Random. I hate that they put the two, like, most annoying decks of this format together. I know that was the point of the lore. But man, it pisses me off. Castor to Element cards crossover, like, worst crossover of my life. Dark Magician and Red Eyes crossover, epic. Dark Magician Blue Eyes crossover, epic. Tier Element and Gash crossover, I want to die. I'm just gonna turn this to off. I'm not using anything. I'm saving it all for my turn. Oh, there's a new Rhoda art for Sky Strike, and they probably gave that an animation too. So here's my theory for YCS, guys. Any of my YCS competitors are gonna get the goss. No, it'll be fine. all today, like, I tried going first and just didn't quite get there. Even if I had Schism, like, some games I had Dragoon Winder and I still didn't win. I had a game, actually, I did win the one with Village Dragoon Winder, but anyway, my theory is going first bad. I'm just going to go second, let my opponent pop off, and then hope I open, like, evenly droplet ref. And, like, it sounds kind of bad, but I'm like, I don't really know how to beat these decks. Because they're really, really good. Malice just combos like nuts, and if you hand trap them, they don't care. And Raziel's kind of in the same boat. Obviously, there's certain choke points to some degree, but they're one-card combos. They play multiple engines as well. Malice will, 9 times out of 10, have Fiendsmith. I versed Pure Malice. I versed Malice with Striker Engine. So I versed 3 different Malice builds. I versed 2 different Raziel builds. The Mitsurugi and the Fiendsmith Raziel. It's all just like anything I do off turn to like hand trap them feels like a waste. Even when I know, oh, Duo Driver, that's the choke point. I hand trap the Duo Driver. It still doesn't matter. Their board is still decent. So my logic, and let me know in the comments if you think this will be good or bad. My logic is I'm just gonna aim for going second, like purely second. It gives me an extra card, which is an extra potential to draw ref, because obviously we just kind of need to draw it. We've got 7 copies if you count thrust. I might bump thrust up another copy, so there's 8 ways to ref, right? And then if I just hit my opponent with like imperm droplet evenly, bait out some negates, the thrust can get ref if I don't have the ref, or I just start reffing. And then the only thing I'm really losing to here is Ash. So yeah, breakers are good. Ray says breakers are good. They are. But sometimes, I don't know, it just feels like hand traps suck right now. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you gotta play like multiple hand traps. For DM, it doesn't feel right, because I'm hand trapping my opponent 2 to 3 times, and they're still making an end board that I can't deal with. So it's like, well, why am I hand trapping them? Like, I may as well let them pop off, and just hit them with a really strong removal, right? So, that's my logic anyway. I don't think our deck's, you know, one-card combo-y enough to facilitate playing the hand traps. Or at least I'm keeping Nibiru, I'm keeping the Bestials, I'm keeping Imperm, and that's it. I think they're the only hand traps I'm keeping, because they're so good, right? They trade with like massive value. The Bestials are bodies for some reason as well as hand traps. Dumb, really dumb, but okay. I can use my own cards to Bestial, so that's good for extending. What else is really dumb? Nibiru, like I've Nibiru'd multiple people and it just hasn't mattered, but like that's just the nature of the decks that are good right now. I still think it's a good card to tech in. Like I'm still playing it because you at least get rid of one of their engines. They go for Fiendsmith combo. They get to the link to this guy, the sequence. I hit him with Nibiru, and then they just start doing the other deck stuff. So whether it's Raziel or Malice, they start doing their other stuff. And it's like, okay, fair enough. At least I didn't get the Disarray on field. Wait, why is this one on the field? Isn't this the one that's banned in the TCG? I don't even know what this one does. This card's Fusion Summon. Target 1 light fiend that's banished from grave. Added to hand. If the card's sent to the grave. I don't even know what this one does. Anyway. So yeah, Bestials seem good. Banish Rex? Which one's Rex? I don't even remember which one Rex is. Who is Rest in the Bestials? Why is Supreme Sea Mirror in here? I don't know. You have no hope for the meta? Yeah, like, a lot of people are saying it's a good meta. It's, like, not a very strong meta compared to past metas. And, like, yeah, I agree. But I'm also, like, for our deck, it just does, like, it's barely different, right? For DM/ref.turbo, Dragoon Turbo, it just doesn't matter. Like, we're just so far behind. So, you know, the stepping stone from, like, oh, these decks are tier 1, but they're not unbeatable. Like, they have choke points compared to, like, the old tier 1 decks that were maybe off the screen. It's just brought them down to here. But for us, we're at the floor. It's like, when we're at the floor, the ceiling's too far away. It doesn't matter if the ceiling's here or here. We're still losing. Like, so it's rough. It's really rough. Oh, Beatrice is not banned in Master Duel yet. How silly. Prohibition going second loses. Yeah, I'm not I don't think I want to use Prohibition. It's funny for going first calling Ash, but We're going for pure second now. If they have Ash, they have Ash. That's my new logic. My new logic is if they have Ash, they have Ash. I'm playing for second. Top deck ref every time happens right here. So I'm not even worried. Shit, Maxi after they finish comboing is rough. Same with Nibiru, but anyway. So we're playing into a full board here, but we've got the evenly matched. And he doesn't have a negate for the even... Forgive me if I'm wrong. There's no negate for evenly matched here. So we're just going to trot on over to to the battle phase. Trot on over to the end of the battle phase. And we're going to tell our opponent to suck a fat one by activating evenly matched here. They could be chaining Beatrice. I'm not sure why they haven't Beatrice yet. Yeah, okay, there's the Beatrice. But aside from that, I don't know what they're going to do here. What do I rank the new Blue Eyes in the meta? I honestly think it's going to be up there. I think it's going to be up there with Malice and Raziel. Maybe, I think it's up there. He doesn't have a negate? Damn, bro, that's crazy. I think, like, I'm going to use this anecdotal evidence, this one game. This one game alone. It's good. Anon is so right. Because we're at the bottom, we're always punching up, right? We have nowhere to move but up. It's so true. Any piece of support we get is a step in the right direction. Ah, he keeps the floating piece. The card is sent to the graveyard. Oh, yeah. He's going to fusion summon. Well, I'm going to hit you with the Maxi, Chief. Give me ref off the top, baby. Yeah, he had all that and no answer for evenly. That's hilarious. This has sold me, the fact that I'm playing evil. I know this board will not be what I see at YCS Sydney. But you know what I mean? I'm going to be confident that I can just go evenly unga bunga. Now I'll start playing my game. Okay, we're going to draw a fatty while he summons Kid Kalos. Droplet. It's not bad, but it's not ref. Take a tier element from deck, either add it to hand or send it to grave. Low key, I just need him to keep summoning, so I'm just going to let it go. He could just add to hand here. Okay, he's adding to hand. That sucks, but it is what it is. We can't summon DarkMagician here, unfortunately, which would be really nice. But actually, it's a card effect that includes a special summon. Negate if you do destroy it. Then send a tier element from hand or face up field to grave. We do need to be meta. I'll show you guys a comparison with what happened in Digimon for my favorite deck in Digimon. I have a great comparison because it literally happened in another card game I play. For my favorite deck, Terriermon. It got its own structure deck. The deck is like a solid tier 2 deck now, and that's all I want for DM. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Let me just think. I'm pretty sure I want to use this, which is going to force him. We'll mill this. It's going to force him to react. I'm kind of hoping he sends himself, because then it summons back. Please, ref off the top, please. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but okay. He's still gonna mill top 5, and he could summon off this, so that's fine. Yup. Yes, he is. Will he fusion summon? Yes, he is gonna greet it. Can we get the top deck ref? He negated our summon, so we can still ref. We can still ref here, which is hilarious. We just need to top it. Yo, what is up, John? That is based. Welcome, my guy. Okay, we're getting another draw. Called by. Okay, not it. Not it, Chief. Okay, we just don't have enough. We don't have anything to do, unfortunately. We can get ref next turn. It's about survival. How can we survive? I'm not sure how we can survive a turn. I mean, droplet imperm, called by... Actually, I take that back. We probably can survive a turn. We might actually go for circle here and just see what happens. Okay, we're actually adding. And we can stack ref, which is pretty funny. If we had a way to draw 1 here. Damn, we don't. If we had a way to draw 1 here, we'd be kind of chilling. This Dark Magician's basically a fake card, though. We're going to set droplets, set imperm, set called by, and pass. And, like, that's got to be enough, unfortunately. We can at least get rid of the circle for droplet. We could be okay here, or we could be absolutely dead. Wait, doesn't their trap... Can their trap negate ref? I mean, we have 2 refs. We're top decking ref and we're media adding ref. We basically got double ref. Next turn. Target effect monster opponent controls negate its effect. Oh, okay, that doesn't do shit. What's he doing? Sorry, I just missed what he was doing. Lacrima, wait, that card's also called Lacrima? That's very confusing, because I'm like, we don't have Lacrima. This card's also Lacrima. Yeah, that's fine. I probably should call by that, but that's alright. That should have been a call by the grave. Yeah, ref being under the card I drew is cursed. True. We were close. We were close to the ref. We just needed a couple more summons from him. We would have drawn it. Okay, I'm already messing this up because I didn't hit him with the called by, but that's alright. We can definitely hit this with the called by, though. That's quite good. We'll wait for him to use the effect. So a good called by here. Called by on Rex is good. Is this Rex? Requiem? Requiem? Is that Rex? I'm guessing that's Rex. Battle phase. Nice. He doesn't have lethal. He does not have lethal, so I'm not going to flip a card. Unless I'm missing something. I hope he doesn't have lethal. Oh, whew! I was a bit worried there. I was like, what if he has like a special summon in the battle phase? Okay, we're keeping our imperm and our forbidden droplet, and now we have double ref. This is really good for us. He can summon back one of these bitches, and one of these bitches actually negates ref. But we have the imperm droplet, so we're actually like absolutely chilling. Cowboy for game? Bro, we're dragooning for game. We're gooning right now. This guy doesn't know we have double ref either, so we're gonna add the prismatic one because that's gonna make him shit his pants. Now he knows he's in for the goon sesh. As long as he doesn't have Ash. Okay, we're gonna hit him with the imperm. What does this one do? If this card is sent to the field, special this card. If you do, send a trailer from deck to grave. Okay. Oh yeah, he could cowboy for game us. That is true. That is very valid. So here's what I think we do. I think we leave this one. I think we leave this bitch on the field. And we pop this one. And then pop it again. That's what I'm going to try. And then we can swing in for game into the other one. Using Droplet and Apprentice. Okay, he's going to do nothing. Oh, what? Branded opening protects these fuckers? Are you serious? Piss off. Fucking branded opening, bro. What bullcrap. Well, now we don't win. Because of branded fucking opening in tier element. Tier element, Cash, Fiendsmith. Then we should have we should have popped the other one then. God damn it. Yeah, nope. That was dumb. Like, we can negate this. I guess we can negate it. We just don't gain the 4k. Other the 1k. I think we have to negate it. We just don't have enough cards to get lethal. Oh, no, wait. Maybe we do. No, we needed to gain 1,000 here. We can make him 1,500 and we can go to 5k, but that's not enough still. For fuck's sake. What am I supposed to do here? I've just run out of cards. What's up, hallelujah? Do I just pass? I can run over it, but I'm just thinking, like, is it worth it? I don't know. No, because it just comes back. What am I doing? It's just gonna come back. Man, these cards are annoying. I mean, I can run over it. No, I can't. I can only run over it once. Man. Negating stuff in graves sucks. Nah, that's okay. If only we just had... No, the extra 1,000 wouldn't have mattered either, though. Wait, he didn't summon it back. Okay. I don't know why he didn't summon it back. He summoned back Collider, but not Rook. Yeah, Anon is making some good points in the chat. Well, okay, I don't know why he scooped, but alright. Okay, cool. It was negated by card effect? But, wait, does that follow it to the grave? Oh, yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. No, no, it shouldn't. It should still work. Droplet only negates it on the field. A win is a win. That is absolutely right. Yeah, the village ban is... Honestly, I'm in the boat now. And, like, I've already seen people get clowned for this take, but I don't give a shit. I honestly... They banned village because of the striker stuff. They banned village because of the striker stuff. Was it not fusion summon? Oh, if this fusion summon card is sent to the grave by a card effect. Yeah, you could be right. It could have been special summoned back. Oh, card effect. Oh, shit, you're right. Card effect. I'm stupid. Oh, I'm dumb. I was playing around something that wasn't real. Grizz is the GOAT. Grizz is the GOAT. Let's go. Look at how cancer this deck is. Look at all the 1s and 0 and 2s. Like, you lost, by the way. You lost with this dog fucking water list. Well, actually, it's a very good list. But that's the sad part. It's actually good. It's like 7 engines, 1 deck. Depresso the Hedgehog moment. Am I right, gang? Alright, anyway, now that we're 2-0, it's probably a good time to, Only thing more cancer than that is the same thing at 60 cards. So real. Surprising he wasn't. Okay, I have a lot of rants to get into today. So yeah, we're gonna do a bit of ranting. Just gonna go on digimoncard.dev. Alright, sorry, I'm just preparing all my tabs on my other screen because there's so much to talk about. Alright, we're going to close Master Duel too because I don't want any music in the background. I want 0 music for editing purposes later. So apologies, live on stream there's going to be no music, but I'm sure you guys understand. Okay. We're gonna start it, fellas. Just gonna have some water and then we'll kick it off. I have a lot I want to say, but I want it to be short and refined. I don't want this to drag out like a lot of the other roasting series vids do. All right. That is very true, and one. We kind of need a consistent boss monster. Dragoon's great, but like we need like the Dark Magicians to be playable off like a 1-card combo or something. Okay. Dragon Knight doesn't do anything though, is the thing you gotta remember. Anyway. No more reading comment chat for me, sorry. It is time to get in the zone. All right. What's up everyone, it's LOZA, and today we're looking at the world champion Jesse Kotton's Dark Magician deck. A lot of people have been asking me to review this, and I think it's because it's got, you know, questionable ratios for the standard Dark Magician theories, but I honestly can say from seeing the deck and how it plays in the testing videos, it makes sense, Jesse's ratios on the spells and traps. I've applied similar ratios to a Red Eyes Fusion build, which in theory does a similar thing, right? Gets Dark Magician to the grave easy. It doesn't quite work out the way you think it would. It feels like you waste a lot of space, but let's get into the card by card and we'll talk about this more as we go. So he's going to start with double Dark Magician and 1 DMG, and that's because he's using like the Bonds package and stuff. I don't know if he talks about it a bit here, I don't think it matters, but we'll play it for a bit.
Can't wait to damage them and time getting mad at me, but I won't do that. Yeah, so you play Dark Magician Girl still because it has some synergies, obviously, with a couple of the spell cards in the deck, which we'll get there in a second. If you wanted to have this deck play less bricks, you could try that Dark Magician Girl. In this specific version of the deck, there is a combo card that needs Dark Magician Girl. But beyond that, you also get to convert it into other sort of link monsters, extra bodies. Once you have your Eternal Magician Salvation up with Eternal Soul combo, that can help you keep up in what other decks have been doing for a while now, which is just spamming link bodies. So yeah, very strong card. Or
for that, you know, that use, it kind of makes sense. He uses Salvation in this build and actually summons Dark Magician Girl, which I feel like a lot of our builds don't. And a lot of us have said Salvation bad card, and we play one, if any. Most people cut them, or I cut them for hand traps, or I side out Salvation for hand traps. In this build, he actually wants to see it because it's part of his combos, because of how easy he can access Dark Magician. So let's get into what he's playing on the monster lineup, because this is actually a monster lineup I'm trying in my Red Eyes Fusion builds now, and I actually like it. So let's go through this.
Summons or whatever, because then you're gonna have a lot of dead cards in your hand.
Add. Can we get an F? So he's playing 1 Rod. And the reasoning for this is there's another normal summon, right? And that's the same logic when you play Diviner as a normal summon, or Toy Soldier as a normal summon, or even like in my builds where I play Red Eyes Fusion and Red Eyes Insight. I've essentially got 6 copies of Red Eyes Fusion, which are 6 copies of a normal summon that's better than Rod. So Rod you still play at 1, and the reason is because at worst case scenario you don't have that other normal summon. Illusion of Chaos can go get you this, and it recycles itself because it's got that cool graveyard effect where you contribute a spellcaster when you activate a spell trap on the opponent's turn and add itself back to your hand. So it's still not a bad card, but ultimately Rod is just a 1 to 2 of, in my opinion, until we get a good spell for it to add. Right now, it can't add anything that pops off. So, Konami, make it add a good card, please.
When you're playing a deck that is a rogue deck, or you're playing from a competitive disadvantage, having dead cards only increases your liability and your issues, your challenges. So I mean, this is a good thing in general Yu-Gi-Oh deck building, but yeah, you want every card in your hand to be as live as possible, usable straight away. That means playing a not crazy amount of normal summons, and obviously this card is searchable, Illusion of Chaos, which you can interchange for Magician Souls as well. So that's better, so you can have the option to get into it when you need it, rather than drawing a cloggy hand and feeling you can't do anything. And you need to make sure this deck can fit a large number of non-engine as well in, because you want to play hand traps. This deck plays like a control deck, and when you're taking that approach to Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously, to make sure your main engine is not too combo-centric.
I have to agree with him here. Like, a lot of people have been falling into the trap of trying to combo with Dark Magician, and me too, right? Toy Box is an example of this. But I think the better way to do it is to actually play really impactful hand traps, and you'll see he's minimized the Dark Magician monster engine. Now, obviously, this isn't a pure build, it's a Primite DM build, but you'll notice that Souls and Rod and Illusion of Chaos are all at 1, and that ratio actually makes a lot of sense, even though you see the bricks at 3, right? Like 2 DM, 1 DMG, and then the cards you can actually normal and special at 1, it kind of makes your brain hurt, but it does make sense in this build where he actually cares more about the spells and traps. So let's skip ahead a little bit.
But it's nice to have. Next up, we got 1 Magician Souls. So Magician Souls can activate itself in the hand to send 1 level 6 hard spellcaster from deck to grave. So in other decks it'd be this card, but in this deck you can send your magicians, your money,
your bricks,
and then it either summons itself or discards itself to revive a Dark Magician. And when it's on the field, you can send up to 2 spells or traps that you control or in your hand to the grave to draw that many cards. So its uses are for getting Dark Magician onto the field, one of your main sources of getting out of the deck, or it gets used to cycle spells and traps to draw into new cards, or spells and traps you've, say, already gotten value off, like a field spell that no longer serves any purpose. That being said, there's not a crazy amount of those in this deck. A lot of the continuous spells and field spells in this deck are how you win the game. You need them for the long grind, where you want to try to resolve them several times over the course of a duel, and that's how you win. So I'm not keen to send them off, as well as that type of effect is weak to cards like Impermanence and Effect Veiler. And as for special summoning Dark Magician from the deck, while that is very good in most Dark Magician decks, this deck has way more access to Dark Magician than a typical one, so I'm not actually as down bad to just summon it to the field. So I keep it in here because you can search it, and you want to search it, but
in a build like this, I feel like your Souls would send Dark Magician Girl like 99% of the time, because your Primite cards will get you the Dark Magician engrave. So, you know, just send DMG with Souls.
That's really the extent of it. So yeah, just 1 copy. Next up, we got 1 Illusion of Chaos. So Illusion of Chaos is a ritual monster, which we want to ignore the ritual effect because we do not summon it, but in the hand, you can reveal itself to then add any Dark Magician monster or monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand.
So you can just add anything here. That's all we really need to talk about for this very small monster lineup, because it's the most competitive way to play DM is to cut the DM cards back. And I've said this multiple times. The more you cut back the DM cards, the better the deck gets. Except where we normally cut is on the spells and traps. We normally take away the circles, the salvations, the eternal souls down to a 1, like the monster lineup here. We normally play the monster lineup at 3 souls, 1 to 2 rod, 2 to 3 Illusion of Chaos. So it's interesting to see that he's flipped that ratio too, because we're going to see the spells and traps now, and I think this is what hurt everybody's brain. So let's jump into the first one. Triple Soul Servant, questionably one of the better spells in our deck, but in saying that, if you open Soul Servant 4 hand traps, you're not playing the game, right? It doesn't do anything. So let's hear what he says about it.
Weird Rhoda for the deck. Lets you place any Dark Magician card or card.
He described it as Rhoda, but I'll just remind everyone that this card is not Rhoda unless Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl are in the field or grave. So by itself, it does nothing.
Or that mentions it on top of your deck, which is not really a good effect, but it sets up for when you have draw power, and thankfully it itself is draw power, so it makes it not seem so bad as it may look like on first glance. And then you can banish from grave to draw cards up to a number of different Dark Magician Girls, Dark Magicians, and Paladins or something in your grave and field.
Palladiums, but yeah.
So yeah, usually drawing 1 of this card mid-game or late game. When you have both of these, you'll draw 2, which is cool. But this acts as just a very convoluted reinforcement of the army for any of your cards.
Yes. He's right, it is like a convoluted... Sorry, I'll just go back to it. He's right, Soul Servant is like a convoluted Rhoda, but its niche is it could potentially be like Sky Striker Engage. Potentially. It's got a high ceiling, but a very low floor. Alright, this is the kicker. This is the bit that I think hurts everyone's brain. Including mine to a degree. I think 2 circles enough, but anyway, let's get into it.
Activation, you reveal, or you don't reveal. You look at the top of your cards of your deck, and you can place them in any order. And then if any of those are a spell trap that mention Dark Magician or are Dark Magician. You can add to your hand. So it's like a weird duality, but also stacks top of your deck, which can have synergy with Soul Servant or other draw cards or planning for your future turns. The other reason to play this card, and the big reason as well, is during the player's turn, once per turn you summon a Dark Magician, you get to target a card your opponent controls and banish it. And this is during the player's turn. So when you summon Dark Magician on your turn, it can be used to push through cards. When you summon it during your opponent's turn, you banish their stuff as disruption. That's pretty good. So that's kind of the reason I'm playing 3 of this. It pairs really nicely on the Primite cards for continuous flow of bodies, pressure, and removal. Now, next up is a different card that I'm playing, which is not considered typical in Dark Magician decks. It is Bond between teacher and student.
So this is cool. I like that he's using Bond, because Bond is like the only card along with Salvation that gives us like card advantage. So I think that's the angle Jesse was going for. Jesse saw like, oh, you can get multiple bodies and multiple cards on field for a kind of, you know, reduced cost. Well, in Yu-Gi-Oh, card advantage good, even if that card is a blank card like Salvation. So I think that's what he's going for here. Obviously, he sets Dark Burning Magic and has the potential to board wipe the opponent. But yeah, I'll let him keep going.
And this is the reason to play Dark Magician Girl. It says if you control a Dark Magician, you can special summon one Dark Magician Girl from your deck. Or Hand or Grave, but yeah. And then you get to set one Dark Magic attack or Dark Burning attack from your deck. So, yeah, this is what Dark Burning attack, and it gets face down. I'll read that card in a second. It's just a way of putting more bodies in field to get damage faster, to kill your opponent. Obviously, even in this control deck, you don't want the game to last forever. You need to make sure you can end it before your opponent sets up something you cannot deal with. As well as you get this disruption, which is really good. So I'm playing one of this. You can side into more copies, or you can just play 3. The reason I only have one of this is I just wanted to not have too many engine cards in the deck again, and it could be a bit bricky. But going first, this card's very good because it sets up disruption as well as gives you monsters to link with or whatever. And you can see when you start drawing multiple Dark Magician cards, it creates a pretty nasty field. But yeah, then the Dark Burning attack, or Dark Burning Magic, which is the card you search off it, says if you control both of these, you get to destroy all cards your opponent controls. And it's a quick play spell. So it's going to be full on board wipe, backed up with everything else you have.
The dilemma with this card, along with a card like Destined Rivals, is your opponent knows you've got it, and it's kind of just imperm at that point, or like one pop. Your opponent will commit one monster or one spell trap on the field, and you're kind of like, well, do I want to flip my Dark Burning? Because like, if I let him extend any more than this, it threatens my whole board, right? There's a lot of Link 2s that can do a lot, so it's a weird, awkward scenario where you never feel like you get the Dark Burning value. Because you're like, whoa, I'm going to wipe my opponent's board. It's going to be so anime. And then your opponent goes like, you know, MST on it. And you're like, well, cool. Well, which is the Dark Magician dilemma in a whole, right? Eternal Soul gets MST and you cry. But as another example, your opponent activates Fissure and suddenly your Dark Magician's not on the field. Your Dark Magician Girl's not on the field. And you're like, well, no, I can't board wipe my opponent. So it's a board wipe. It's a complete board wipe with a lot of extra requirements. And I think it looks good on paper. And then when you play it, you're only ever Dark Burning attacking for like 1 or 2 cards, which I don't know if it's worth the brick, if that makes sense. Obviously, it seems to work for Jesse, and that's great. But, yeah, these cards can be completely dead, right? Like, if my opening hand is a bunch of hand traps and, like, Bond and Dark Burning and Salvation, like, what am I doing? Like, so, like, a lot of these cards look good on paper, even when you play them at 1, and you're like, well, I won't really break it to 1. But there's just too many Dark Magician spells that don't do anything. So obviously, in Jesse's case, he's hoping to open a Primite card to put that all online. And I guess, look, Primite cards are that good. You've got triple barrel, triple load. Like, in theory, you've got, like, that and Magician Souls, which is not maxed out, by the way, so that's a bit strange. But, yeah, it's just strange, because these are all things we've tried, and they haven't really worked. But Jesse seems to make them work, at least for him, so that's cool. But, yeah.
So it's developing monsters and disruption at the same time, which is pretty good. So that's the idea between that. Next up, I got 3 copies of Magician's Salvation. So Magician's Salvation is another one.
Okay, so this is the probably... 3 Circle was, like, controversial-ish, but I've even made builds with 3 Circle. Like, Dragon Knight Turbo builds, you kind of want 3 Circle. What is this? This is probably one of the worst Dark Magician pieces of support we've ever received. I wouldn't be alone in saying this is probably one of the worst field spells we've ever seen printed. In the era where we have, like, the Raziel field spell, the Tear Element field spell, the Castor field spell, like, there are so many good field spells. Magical Meltdown is just another example of a better field spell. Like, there is 77 better field spells. And this was released in, like, 2022, I'm pretty sure. 2021. Okay, I was a little bit off, but 2021 was the release date of this spell. That's insane. It's insane to me that this card came out 3 years ago. Oh, sorry, 4 years ago now. Because other field spells from even further back, and field spells from, you know, this era and the current era, do like 7 things, man. They're either at 1 on the ban list, limited list, or they're played at 3 because they're really good. So the fact that our field spell is like a joke, and Jesse's playing 3, yeah, that riled up a lot of people. I understand the theory. I understand he can play this, summon DarkMagician and the girl and vice versa, and keep doing that. I get it. That's what the Primite engine does. But, like, how different is that, the Primite engine? How different is that to playing triple prep, triple illusion of chaos, triple magician souls? It's nearly the same number of ways to summon DarkMagician, right? So, I don't know, man. Would you ever consider a list with triple salvation? I suppose here's the other kicker. He's playing Rod at 1 and hoping to normal summon Beryl, and Beryl will get Load, and Load will summon DarkMagician. So in theory, his normal summon actually gets DarkMagician. So he's not actually looking for the spells and traps. Therefore, he needs to hard open them or hard open Soul Servant. So he's maxed on Soul Servant, he's maxed on Circle, he's maxed on Salvation, and I think he's got 2 copies of Eternal Soul coming up. It makes sense in theory, but I think you and I know from all the different builds we've played, we've all tried something like this. Back in the day, we used to play triple Circle, triple Eternal Soul, because you needed to see them. But it wasn't good, we just didn't know that yet. And now that we've got slightly better cards, Illusion of Chaos and Dragoon, for example, we've kind of gone, oh, Circle misses a lot. Eternal Soul sucks. Like, we should just focus on the good cards, like Soul Servant helping us make Dragoon in general. So it is wild to see, like, to see Salvation at 3. And, yeah, they're going to get Bestialed. It's Malice Raziel format. Everyone is main decking Bestials. Everybody and their dog has Bestials in. The Labyrinth player I versed, the local today had Bestials in. Like, everyone's playing them. You're going to go, you know, Souls or Salvation effect to summon DM, reverse summon the other one, Bestial, gone. Then why are you playing 3 of this? Like, you just lose. So while I understand where this build's coming from and the concept, I get it, I've tried it, I've done this, right? We've all done it. All the Dark Magician players, we've done this. We've tried this at 3. We went, hell no, we're not doing that again. In theory, it makes Circle always hit, right? Playing all the DM spells at 3. That's the whole theory behind it. A lot of people would comment on my vids and say, Loza, your Circle never hits because you don't play enough DM spell traps. But that doesn't mean the deck's good. Just because Circle hits doesn't mean it's good, right? Especially if I have to brick 90% of the time because I'm playing 3 Salvation and 3 Circle and 3 of all these cards that are really bad. So people who read this field spell don't negate it, right? Like, there's no reason. Our field spell doesn't bait anything, it doesn't scare anyone, it doesn't do anything. In this deck, we're going to use it to link climb, which is probably the best use of it. And then on the opponent's turn, we're hoping to Eternal Soul summon back both and then Dark Burning the field. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to do this in actual duels, and it doesn't seem to come up. But look, maybe Jesse's got the magic touch. But yeah, these are very dated strategies here. But anyway, let's continue, because this is probably the biggest hate crime of the video, right? This will probably just be the thumbnail, right? Salvation is what we're all here to talk about at 3. That is insane. That is insane. We all know my take on Circle at 3. But a Salvation at 3 is probably even worse. It's got to be the worst thing ever. I know he's the world champ. He's absolutely the world champ. But I don't think 3 Salvation's it, Chief.
One right, don't see people play max 3 copies of, but I'm a fan of. So what it does is when you play it, it lets you get access to Eternal Soul by setting from your deck. And when you summon a Dark Magician Girl or Dark Magician, you can summon the other corresponding one from your graveyard. So, yeah. It's...
I love that, like, that's all he can talk about, because that's all it does. The fact that it doesn't summon the other one from deck is absurd. Why is it not summoned from anywhere? I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But yeah, anyway, card bad.
Pay off. But when you go like Primite, Lordy Load, revive this, and this comes out too, that's pretty good, right? This is how you can apply pressure. And then if you have like Eternal Soul to revive this in your opponent's turn, you can link these off and then bring it back again and see where we're going, right? Then also, obviously, you can send this card off Mission Souls to draw a new card, which is fine because obviously you place the Eternal Soul and then you cycle it off to draw is a nice +1. All right, and the last DarkMagician card that
That thing that he described just then. So he just described that opening multiple salvations is fine because you can send them off with souls for draws, which is absolutely true. But in this build, he's only playing 1 Illusion of Chaos, 1 Souls. I don't think I've played a build where my Illusion of Chaos and Souls ratio was lower than my Salvation, and I don't think I ever will. But hey, some mothers do have them.
Eternal Soul, the old classic continuous trap for the deck. I'm just playing 1 because...
Oh, he's just playing the 1 Eternal Soul, so triple Salvation. You get the set on the first one, and then the other ones, I guess you just slap them there to summon DMG. I get it, because you don't want to brick on Eternal Soul, but, like, you're just going to still brick on the other stuff. But, yeah.
There are other ways to get out DarkMagician in this deck, so if it leaves, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, special summon a DarkMagician once per turn, from your hand to graveyard, and then your...
We don't really need to hear about Eternal Soul. We all know how that card works. So we get into the meat and potatoes of the deck, which is going to be the Primite Engine core. Moving back to the DarkMagician spell traps quickly, he's not playing secrets. Instead of playing 3 salvation, we're going to swap one of the salvations to 1 secrets, and this deck gets like 90% better. The world champ diff. If he just played 1 secrets, because literally Beryl is a dragon, and obviously he's got so many ways to summon DarkMagician, and he's playing DarkMagician Girl, so it makes so much sense with all these spells as well that he's playing, to have the ability to fuse into not only Dragoon, but DarkMagicians. You know, that card kind of synergizes with all these spells he's got going on. Plus, yeah, once again, Beryl, Dragon, main normal summon, like, do I need to say more? Anyway. Dragon Knight as well. He's playing Salvation at 3 and Circle at 3. This is like the perfect deck to play Dragon Knight in. But he doesn't have a way to get there, because, like, I'm not saying play Timaeus, because I think the monster Timaeus sucks, but 1 secrets could really, really up the flavor of this deck. But yeah, and he's already playing, like, DMG and stuff too, so he can actually get some value. Anyway, enough from me. Let's hear from him.
The normal summon on this, rather. This card is really good. Which lets you on summon, set 1 Primite spell trap from your deck. It's cool. You can also tribute it to send a vanilla from your deck to the grave. I don't really use that effect, but sure. And then also during your standby phase, and the text says this standby phase, but it's been errated. It says your standby phase. If you have a normal monster in your graveyard, then you get to add itself in the graveyard to your hand.
It's a dragon that recycles itself every turn. It is free Dragoon fodder for discards. It's also just a decent normal summon that you can just keep doing, just like how Rod recycles itself, this recycles itself, and will keep setting Lordy Load. As he mentioned, he doesn't use the tribute effect, so then you're probably thinking, where does it go? It just sits on his field, and he links it away with DM to make SP Little Knight or something? Like, maybe he'll explain later, or maybe we can watch some of the Duel content to find out what he does with it, because he just said he doesn't use the tribute effect to send the normal. So you're thinking, like, damn, secrets with this thing, then, like, but anyway.
So it's matters in a second, but yeah, so these are blanked out a bit because I got them from my really expensive prize card deck on hand, but that's not all it does, because also your primary cards get attack boosts, and then also you can declare the name of a normal monster and then summon it from your hand, deck, or graveyard in defense mode, and then you can't use monster effects the rest of the turn.
So this is what we're searching of Beryl, right? Beryl goes and gets you Lordy Load, or sets Lordy Load, which is good because you can't really be ashed on this. You can still be Impermanent Veil it, of course. And then, yeah, you can flip up your Lordy Load, and it adds a Primite card from deck to hand. And then you declare a normal monster, and use a DarkMagician, and you summon him, and you're locked out of the extra deck or something, and, like, who cares, right? But secrets could fuse on the opponent's turn, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Who wants to make Dragoon on the opponent's turn anyway?
So the big thing is also searching, right? So it's searching and it's special summoning. And this obviously gets this and get this. It's pretty flexible.
So Lordy Load is typically going to go and get Drill Beam, which we're going to see right now. Here it is.
Fantastic card. It's a quick play spell that says either reveal a primate or no monster in your hand, or if you control one of those, then you don't have to.
You want a drill beam?
I'll drill beam you.
Okay, basically this is an imperm. Like, long story short, I can't even talk. Long story short, Lordy Load gets Drill Beam. Drill Beam's an imperm. That's it. Like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But I don't think it's enough for Dark Magician to, like, be viable. You know? And I think Blue Eyes just does this a lot better. But, yeah. Let's go to the next bit. God damn it. I'm sorry. You think YouTube would give me, like, free premium since I make content?
Of banishes and Dark Magicians. And it fits perfectly with the theme because you're already banishing their field with Dark Magical Circle. There is one other Prima card I'm playing one of just to give me a little bit more extension. You don't have to play it, but I'm still a fan. And that is Primite Roar.
Oh, he is playing the one Roar. If I remember correctly, Roar pays 2k, you declare DM, and then you summon DM. They can't be destroyed. Oh, okay. Normal monsters and Primate you control can't be destroyed by battle till the end of the opponent's turn. Then if you control no monsters special the normal in defense. Oh, well. It nearly seemed really good for attacking, and then it's like special in defense. If your opponent normals, you can banish this from grave, target a normal you control in grave, banish one monster from field with less attack. This is actually quite nice. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of Roar. It's not the best card. Like, you could probably get away with one Drill Beam, but this isn't a bad backup. I'm a fan. Like, I'm not gonna hate crime someone for this. This is cool. I dig it. Alright, we're going to get on to the hand traps, which, honestly, this part's kind of the most irrelevant part of the profile. Simply because, like, you just play what's good at the time, right?
Is needed. And in this case, these seem to be the best cards versus Rizal and Malice, or between the two. The card to consider that's not here is...
I would even argue, like, I am not the world champ, so, yeah, I'm probably wrong. But I would even argue that Imperm and Vela, like, against Malice, like, what are you even doing? Like, they just set the traps and dodge your hand traps all day anyway. But, like, absolutely Bestials, absolutely Nibiru. Ash seems kind of 50-50. This is coming from me who's playing DM, you gotta remember. So, like, unless my hand traps are, like, doing a lot, I feel like they're not worth it. Because we're already playing, you know, such a, what's the word? Such a weak in power deck. So, we kind of need the hand traps to carry or do something big. But, yeah.
Which is another card you can play as well, because even though these are darks... it wouldn't conflict. It only conflict with these, right? Which in theory isn't the end.
Okay, so he's just mentioning here as well. You can play one Prosp. It clashes with Magician Souls and Soul Servant, but that's it. So, personally, I don't like playing Prosp. I do think there needs to be a pot card we can play at some point, or maybe we just never will. Maybe we just get good DM cards. That'd be nice, Konami. I will quickly... can't even talk. We'll quickly have a look at his extra deck. He's got the Anima. Once again, we know Dragoon's not here. Dragoon should be here, and Dark Magician should be here, in my opinion. They're, like, the best ones you could play. And I feel like Dark Magician's in a build where you literally, like, keep using spells every turn would get value. And you have the DMG to float into as well in the DM. So, that's cool. Imduck, I support that Imduck's here because Imduck works really well in just Dark Magician strategies, helpful for looping Dark Magician. He's a dragon once again. You can go into Spheres, you get what I'm saying? It's good. Spheres is the next card, we love to see it. Dark, we love to see this. Hopefully there's Selene access code. Yes, there is. SP Little Knight and IP Masquerena. It's pretty solid because he mentions, you know, Salvation can let you link climb and Unga Bunga, all that fun stuff. Nightmare Phoenix, you don't really need it. And Underworld Goddess, you don't really need it. They're good options, I suppose. Moon of Close Heaven, sure, you can play that. You can also play the Black Luster Soldier. Link 3, it's a pretty nice boss monster you can play. Artemis isn't here, you can play that as well. It just helps you link your rod away. You can even play the Blue Eyes Links if you want to go into that. I completely missed this part when I watched this the first time. He's actually playing the Dark Armed Dragon of Annihilation. Is this a LOZA reference, Jesse? Are you... No, there's no way he's making a LOZA reference, but this is funny for those who know the lore. Anyway... LOZA lore aside, Typhon I think is a massive shout, right? There's so many games where I need Typhon because you've done all your things, you're like, I'm out of stuff, I've got a random monster on the field. Turn into Typhon would actually be really nice, so... Sadly, Typhon, I feel... Normally when you go for Typhon, you're really desperate, and normally your opponent still has more stuff to deal with it, so... Just kind of like that, but yeah, good card. I would play it. Dark Arm Dragon, I probably wouldn't play ever. Chaos Angel, this is a real good one. Jesse makes a good point of playing Chaos Angel here. It's easy to make in DM. Sadly, we don't get the light effect, which would be nice. Maybe in future we can.
For a brilliant bake, they'll...
So going over.
Sorry, he's dead.
Can I continue or?
Go ahead.
Let me yap more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Okay, we're going to watch now just some of the gameplay of Jesse going through the deck, right? Against Sam. Apparently he wins this game. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to see what combos he does. And he's starting with load.
Good.
Yeah, maybe that's good.
No. All right. Activate Primite Lordly Load.
Okay, you want to put a load on what? Okay,
A very
what?
lordly one if you
Okay.
take it.
Okay, just stop with the second stop. This is Yu-Gi-Oh.
You
okay?
stop! You can't tell me to stop!
It's
I
Yu-Gi-Oh!
play along
It's
at the same
Yu-Gi-Oh!
time. Make up your mind. In the field, especially some...
Alright, we're just going to start it from here because I don't want all their banter. Alright, so we're going to watch Jesse versus Sam now, and we're going to see Jesse start with Lordy Load. So we're going to see how he combos the Dark Magician deck, what he draws, just kind of that stuff. Let's have a look.
Okay. On the field, special monster effects.
Yeah.
Okay.
So search.
We're going to go times 2 speed.
Primite Dragon Elder.
We'll go times 2 speed just so we can, you know, see what happens. He is going to be getting Beryl and probably normal summoning Beryl.
Okay, so this is the new one, right?
This is the new one that makes the engine a lot better. I need QCR. You know, I'm just QCR.
Rookie.
I know, dude. I made a $100,000 deck with the QCR motor load, but that's why you need QCR national.
Honestly, you're actually rich, I think, because you have $100,000 deck.
But those are all cards that I've won.
I think you're maybe the worst player on the planet, I think. Continue.
No, oh my god. You started saying that, and now my Twitch chat keeps saying that.
What are you saying?
I think I'm the best player in the world. Like, shut up. Oh my god, I hate you leeching into my viewers.
Sorry. Continue.
What this card does is my summon deck instead of primary card from my deck. I can send it to grave, dump it in the deck. I won't do that.
Okay.
And then during my standby phase, it got changed. It says the standby phase, but the real text is supposed to say my standby.
Okay, this times 2 is not working. I'm glad we skipped all of that dialogue though, but we're probably going to need it on like this so it's understandable.
Phase. If it's in the graveyard and I have a vanilla in the field of grave, I can add it back to my hand.
For sure.
Yes.
Like,
it is on the database, it's been changed.
Wait, how come? Was it a
Because
mistake?
in Japan, it's a translation error. In Japan, it only works in the turn player standby phase.
Wow. So it got nerfed.
It did get nerfed. Yeah, so I'm normal summon it and effect 2 sets from my deck.
So it sets 1 from deck. Honestly, it kind of sounds important. So I'll have to infinite permanence on the barrel. We get it?
Okay.
Chain, yeah, fine.
That's fine, okay. Yes, sir. That's good. Yep.
But it's okay. I don't get the drill beam, but that's okay.
I know you love the drill things, so, but not today, Jesse.
You don't want to get drilled, that's why you negated this?
Yes, I don't.
Holy crap.
Special summon, what did you say? The Dark Magician!
So now you can't activate monster.
Okay, so now he declares offload Dark Magician, and it lets you summon it from, I think, hand deck grave. It's pretty lenient. It lets you just summon it.
effects on the field, so you can't even use Rod's effect.
I normal summoned already.
Oh, true. Okay.
Dark Magician is come out, nice and clean.
Nice and clean.
And I'm going to follow this up with
He's
a
open
between
bond.
teacher and student.
You're actually, wow. Okay, that's insane. So,
So yeah, if you control Dark Magician, it summons DMG. I'm trying to know what this card does, because most
Yes.
players don't.
No, yeah, it summons Dark
it's a more
Magician.
fringe one. Summons DMG from the deck.
And then you said Dark Burning Magic.
Yes. So why wouldn't you play
Dark
this
Magic, Dark
in
Magic, yeah.
other decks?
Card's really broken. It just requires you to pay 2 bricks, I guess, but it's not really a brick if you get it.
So before it's harder to get Dark Magician in the field before, right? Because
Yes.
you have to commit souls to it, which is kind of like
Wow, this
painful.
access any normal.
Very easily, but there's also other Primate cards that also access it, right? And this also accesses this. So even if you ash the effect of search, the initial engine, this still gets you access to Dark Magician.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think it
Burning
might be
Man.
like the most creative player on the planet, I think. Like the way you
Oh,
think.
you changed. Not even the same words anymore.
I think it might be the most
I'm
creative
proud
player.
of you, Sam.
I think it might be the most creative.
I'm proud of you, Sam.
Just the way you think, it's just the way that you are.
You know what this card does then. So if I control both Dark Magician and Dark
You can't use effect monsters after Lordy Load. Good to know.
Magician Girl, destroys every card you control
You're just like the best player on the world, I think.
on the world.
I think you might be the best player in the world.
Next we'll use the Soul Servant.
Wow, so this becomes agreed.
Okay, this is, so his opening hand, I'm trying to work out his opening hand. It must have been Lordy Load, Soul Servant, Bonds, and then we don't know the rest, but we know those 3, and like it's a pretty good opener, right?
Yeah, so this one is nice when you draw this first. You get to draw 2 cards instead of 1. So you get to search 1 and draw 1 pretty much like a nice engage.
Oh,
or
true.
the Sky Striker action.
So what would we stack here? Ideally, you'd probably go for secrets, right? He's not playing secrets, but this would be the perfect spot to go for secrets to make Dragoon on the opponent's turn. But we're gonna see what happens with that, because yeah, you'd stack secrets and then you draw an extra card, which is really nice, right? In this case, I guess he's just gonna go circle and pray that it hits. Let's see if it hits.
Action.
Okay, I
Gonna
like
mobilize a bit. What do I want off this? Probably just working circle, right? To try and hit.
He literally goes, yeah, we're just gonna circle and try and hit. That's the problem, right? We add circle and we go, man, I hope this hits. It's not a good game plan. It's not a consistent game plan. Like, not saying Jesse's doing the wrong thing. That's just how the deck is. It's not great. Soul Servant, like, helps with that, but then you have to use your Soul Servant to get to circle, then it's like, well, I'm just raw circling.
Anything else? Oh, I mean, or Salvation, right?
Or Salvation, yeah. Oh, hitting Salvation is really good, I think. Do you play that as a one-of?
Play 3.
3 Salvation? Wait, why? I card's a break.
Sam's even like 3 Salvation? What are you doing? Okay, that's pretty funny.
Why is it a break?
Because, like, you can almost search it. It's rot.
I'm not committing normal summon to these.
Oh, that's why playing 3. That's smart.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not always accessible for me. It's the point of why this is here. Sure.
Okay, it is a fair point that he's not normaling Rod, but, like, it's still wild.
So draw 2 cards. You have Ash?
Yep.
You would Ash this probably.
Yeah, 100% I would ash that.
Draw 2 cards. See what he gets.
What?
Don't look.
Okay, so he draws Drill Beam along with the circle he stacked. That's pretty good, but I feel like Secrets and Drill Beam would have been better.
Nice.
I don't even know what you showed, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, let's just see what I hit off this first. Circle effect.
If Jesse Kotton is a real Dark Magician player, his circle will whiff.
So the top 3.
Yep.
Okay. You don't Ash this?
No, no ash.
Drew. Okay. Yeah, I hit Salvation.
There ain't no way. Circle hit. Confirming that Jesse is not a real Dark Magician player. That's wild that he got it, though.
Wow!
I promise I didn't
My exact reaction, Sam knows.
cheat there. I know it looks sus.
Alright, this is good. Yo, that's crazy. I know there's a lot of disruptions now. So it's a nuke and also a banish.
Yeah, so I'm gonna second deck the Eternal Soul.
Oh, so now you can actually use any of these guys as material for IP, I think. And then whenever you use Eternal Soul Revive back, you have 2 Dark Magicians on the field. Okay?
Yeah, so or I can go
Wow.
like Imduck and make Herbatic Seal is the other one.
Oh, okay. So that's Imduck, okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to go for Spheres, which, like, Seals, like, I keep calling it Spheres. It's still a good card, but would you argue Dragoon is better? Yes, you need a discard for Dragoon. I still think Dragoon's better. You also keep one of the bodies on the field. Not that that matters. Is there something we can do with that other body, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't think so. So maybe this is just the better play. Until I can figure out what to do with the extra body to get it in the grave for Salvation. I guess you don't have to get it in the grave, but... yeah. I mean, Secrets could even just make the Dark Magicians. It's not even that bad. It's actually quite good.
Yeah, this is complete Imduck. I don't know.
Sure, okay.
Unfortunately. But do I want to go IP or Herbatic Seal now is the question I have to think about, because both have their advantages and disadvantages.
Oh, he's not doing... okay, he's thinking.
I think IP is better. So I'm going these 2 off for IP.
Yep.
It's a weak to Abyssal is my biggest problem, but it's not that weak to Abyssal. I'll still have 3 interrupts into Abyssal, 4 interrupts. Yeah, I'm fine into Abyssal. You're down a card as well. Alright, let's go
Oh.
IP
Yep.
Moscow.
So he's been using Beryl just as an IP link material target, I'm guessing.
Why not?
So if Eternal Soul set and also Dark Burning Magic set 1 cards, 2 cards in hand. But that's a Joe Beam, that'll be crazy. If you drew a Joe Beam. Oh, Joe turn.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the question of, do you think like SP IP is stronger than Dragoon? That's just the end board difference that could have been. I mean, this has Circle Eternal Soul because he hit off Circle though. So I guess this is technically more interruptions than Dragoon. So that's pretty good. It's a very impressive board 1 for DM. It's sad that DM, you know, can't make this end board consistently. Like, he still had to use Circle and just pray, which I think says a lot. Let's see how Sam plays around this.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that's fine.
All right, we're going to see Imperm on
Which says if I
IP.
control a Primite or normal monster, I can reveal it in my hand, I can target a card you control, and negate its effects, then banish it.
So the gate's dead banish too?
Yeah.
So he drill beams the ice here. I'm pretty sure this is where he cheats. Like, he doesn't reveal a vanilla or have a vanilla on field. But more or less, you could Eternal Soul banish, I guess. But you wouldn't be able to negate with drill beam here. But anyway, let's
I'll
keep
go,
going.
Activate Tracked.
Sure.
Let me see. Tracked.
Wow. You drew Joe Beam. That's actually... I'm going to send...
Think here for a second. On the summon, on the summon.
Lori.
Oh, on
Yeah.
okay.
He's probably going to
I think
banish
I'm gonna try
Lori.
something here from the graveyard. Not the... Oops.
Okay, gets DM and DMG, and now it makes sense why he plays the Link 5, actually. The Princess Queen.
So, 2 cards in hand.
So if you have a graveyard, you can't even summon it. Yeah, what do you have? X rifles, I'm thinking you have really right.
I waxed. I am going to send. Does this card do anything right now?
On your turn, it gives this attack 300 for every vanilla in my grave.
Okay.
So, not really.
I'll send the Eclipse Center.
Eclipse Twins, okay.
Come next. For next.
You know.
So surely you just IP... I'm trying to think of the best play. You just make the big Link 5? I feel like you just make the big Link 5. But what do you get rid of? Because you can... All the monsters on his field that aren't blue can recycle themselves. Beryl will recycle itself into the hand. DMG and DM will come back out with Salvation Eternal Soul. So actually, like, obviously you want a resource management here and get rid of as many of those monsters as you can, but I don't know the best way to do it. So we'll see what he does.
And sword.
I'll get Node.
Slurping sound. Detonator on me. I'm gonna just use Dark Burning Magic and drop out these.
Oh, I forgot he still has Dark Burning Magic. Okay, that's nuts.
And let me throw those to the Shadow Realm.
Wow.
I still have one node for rank 4 though.
I'll go special Node.
Yep.
It's crazy that Ryziel can just keep going. It's like, anyway, special no. It's been like 3 big interruptions, right?
Stone effect. Cost.
Target.
Target the sword.
Oh, you're playing on a Bistral?
Of course.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, sorry, you thought I had no hand traps? I'm playing mid-range deck. Of course I play hand traps. That's like when you beat the detonator, you think, oh, I'm finally free. And, you get
And he
no,
had
that's
Vela.
not LOZA. I didn't even summon twice and actually can't even Typhon on me. Not that it would do anything. Next turn, this trigger, this will trigger, this will trigger, this will trigger again. You're just, you want to.
All right, well, what does everybody think about Jesse's deck? Because he sure made it look good, I'll say that. But I don't know if just preying on circle hitting is the best way to play DM. It's definitely the only way to play DM. But yeah, I guess that's the world champ diff. His circles hit and ours don't. Huh, funny times. But hey, shoutouts to Dodo. Dodo's here. I don't think 3 Salvation's good, but that's me in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Will I play it on Omega? We could definitely do it probably at another time. Not this stream, but yeah, I'd be down. I would be very down to do it. But, you know, it'd just be fun to test it out. Well, we got to give it a try. We got to give it a shot before we, you know, smack it all around. But we're going to have to end stream there, unfortunately. There was a number of other topics I wanted to talk about, but we're going to have to save them for next stream. So coming up will be us chatting about Dragon Tail and Terriamon. And why we're talking about Terriamon is it relates to Dark Magician in the TCG versus Terriamon in the Digimon TCG. But yeah, to summarize, they should be interesting. It'll be comparisons to DM and all that kind of fun stuff that you like to see. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.